Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, dear middle two students. Today we are going to make a quick revision based on lesson 2 in unit 1. And we are going to know how to solve the question and the model answers for these questions and problems. Let's start with the first question, which is give reasons. Water waves are transverse wave. And the definition for the transverse, in which the medium particles vibrate perpendicular to the direction of wave direction. يبقى direction of vibration of particles perpendicular. لو هي longitudinal يبقى along with it. ده خلاصة. Medium particles perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation. عشان كده water wave transverse. In a sound wave or mechanical wave. Mechanical means need the medium to propagate. It cannot make propagate through vacuum or space. Yeah. So it needs a medium to propagate through. عشان كده هي mechanical wave. Hearing thunder after seeing lightning, although they both happen at the same time. طبعا هما صح happened at the same time, but we see lightning first because lightning is electromagnetic waves which has a very high speed. Like in thunder, it's a mechanical wave which has a low speed. Okay. Light and radio waves are electromagnetic waves. طبعا electromagnetic معناها ايه؟ It doesn't need medium to propagate. ماشي على طول. It will propagate through vacuum. يبقى أكيد the light or radio wave doesn't need a medium to propagate through. Complete the following statements. Jacuzzi is a tap where water moves in a form of أي water عموما. هنا في الحالة دي can move especially waves of water. أي waves in water بتبقى ماشية in a circular motion. Mechanical waves need a dot to propagate as the dot propagates through. Mechanical wave need medium to propagate and the dot propagates through vacuum. Number 3, transverse wave consists of what? Crests and troughs. Crests and troughs. طب لو هي longitudinal هتبقى compressions and rarefactions. Trough is the highest or lowest? No, it's the lowest point of medium particles in the transverse wave. Like on the highest, تبقى crest. Choose the correct answer. All of the following longitudinal wave except water, light, sound, radio. I can guess that the water is a transverse, so it's not a longitudinal wave. Scientists saw the explosion that occurred in the sun surface, but they couldn't record the sound. Alhamdulillah. Explosion واحد قادر على إنه يقضي علينا of this explosion because the sound is a don't travel from up to down. Need a medium to travel through. Mechanical wave that propagate in different direction. فاضل واحد. Mechanical wave that don't propagate through free space. Alhamdulillah لقيناها. صح؟ Number D هي دي صح. لأنها don't propagate through space وإلا كنا سمعناها. لكن light propagate. إيه are mechanical waves? Radio waves only, light waves only, microwaves and waves and sound waves, ولا water waves and sound. طبعا واضح الإجابة water waves and sound waves هي اللي احنا بندور عليها. لكن microwaves, light, radio الثلاثة دول على فكرة electromagnetic. Microwave, radio and light. Velocity equal A times A. Frequency times amplitude. Not acceptable. Amplitude times wavelength برضه not acceptable لأن amplitude مش موجود خالص. طيب frequency time wavelength f times lambda دي acceptable جدا. distance distance مش ممكن. يبقى frequency times wavelength is the answer, the right answer. The wavelength of transverse wave, it is the distance between each successive crest and trough. مش two successive crest. crest والتراف اللي بعدها على طول. تبقى دي اكيد half الويف لانث. طيب دلوقتي بيقول لي الديستنس دي 5 متر، يبقى الويف لانث كله قد ايه؟ اكيد 5 times 2 يعني 10 meters. If the periodic time of oscillating body 0.1 second, the number of complete oscillation in 1 second is كلمة number of complete oscillation in 1 second ده definition للفريكونسي. يعني بيقول لي periodic time 0.1 يبقى الفريكونسي كام؟ على طول 1 over 0.1 which is 10. The distance covered by wave in 1 second ايه الكلام ده؟ distance in 1 second يعني distance by time، أي حاجة distance by time خدناها هتبقى velocity أو wave velocity. الإجابة هنا غلط، I'm sorry، هي wave velocity. Study the opposite figure and answer. Label area C and R. طبعا C compressions هنا و R rarefaction. طيب what is the kind of produced wave؟ طبعا دي طالما compressions and rarefactions يبقى longitudinal waves. Define the area C. Area is a longitudinal wave which have high density and pressure. لأن الثانية عندها low density and pressure. This is the answer. Solve the following problem. Longitudinal wave produced by spiral spring where the distance between the first and fourth rarefactions. والله لو عايز ترسم حضرتك ارسم، يعني لو عايز ترسمها كده ادي الكومبريشن الاول وادي الكومبريشن او ريفاكشن مش مشكله، هي الثالث الرابع يبقى ما بين الفيرست والسكند في واحد، والسكند والثيرد تاني، الثيرد والفورث ثالث، يبقى انا عندي 3 ويف لانث. 3 ويف لانث 18 سنتيمتر، يبقى each ويف لانث is 6 سنتيمتر، يبقى انا عندي الويف لانث. طب عايز الويف فيلوسيتي. الويف فيلوسيتي بيساوي F which is 20 Hz times الويف لانث اللي هي 6 بس سنتيمتر ما تنفعش، لازم نحولها لمتر الاول. اوكي؟ طيب حولناها لمتر وبقى عندنا الويف فريكونسي والويف لانث، بالتالي ضربنا او دي تايمز دي equal 1.2 meter per second. Determine the wavelength of the following. تعالوا نشوف كده. Transverse wave distance between successive crest and trough لسه قايلينها 5 meters، يبقى على طول الويف لانث هنا 10 meters. Longitudinal wave بقى distance between the first compression، والاصح ان احنا نكتب the center of the first compression and the third compression is 15 meters، يعني first the second and one, second the third يبقى واحده كمان، so it's going to be two waves 15 meters، يبقى الويف لانث للواحده بس 15 divided 2 equal 7.5. That was the last question in our quick revision for today. I hope that you understand all that we explained for this lesson and trying to train more on more questions and more problems, and we are going to do it in the class before the next week on lesson 2, inshallah. Thank you and